Good afternoon, Tallahassee. This is student meteorologist Michaela Gaitis here with you for your Tuesday night edition of FSU weather. So we've got a beautiful live look at Doak Campbell Stadium, and we have an absolute gorgeous day today. I'm sure if you were outside, you could feel how beautiful it was. So if you are like me, get outside and take this edition outside with you. We're at a solid 72 in Tallahassee, 70 up in Thomasville, and a 71 in Apalachicola. Very beautiful temperatures, especially after our rainy day yesterday. And as you can see on our live radar, really nothing to worry about at all. And for tonight, we're actually going to be cooling down a bit, so definitely grab that light cardigan or sweater if you plan to go out tonight for dinner, because I run a little bit cold as well, so I'm going to need that light jacket. And then for your day planner tomorrow, so we've got a beautiful day again, but in the morning it's definitely going to be a little bit chillier, but it's going to warm up into those 70s by the early afternoon. And then for our headlines for the show today, we've got a fun twist on the show where we're going in blind. We've got cooler temperatures tonight, and then we've got a Trivia Tuesday, and it's weather movies. All this and more today on FSU Weather.
Good afternoon and happy Tuesday, everyone. I'm student meteorologist Sloan Delaney.
And this is student meteorologist Jack Anderson.
And like Michaela kind of hinted at, we have a really special show today. So usually, for those of you who don't know, all the weathercasters that are on the show get the chance to look at all their graphics and kind of see what they're going to be talking about before they actually go up to the green screen and talk about it. But today is going to be a little bit different. Jack, tell us.
Yes, we have no clue. We are going in blind. It's going to be a complete surprise. We don't know if we're going to be talking about the national, local. We might have some trivia that we'll be talking about today. We have no clue what it is.
So. I know. I'm excited, though. I think it'll be a little bit of a challenge. What do you think?
Yes, I'm very excited. I think it's going to be difficult, but I know that us meteorologists and us broadcasters, we can do. You know, expect the unexpected. That's what they said, and that's what I'm going into, not knowing what to expect. So.
Exactly. As meteorologists in our field, we really do have to expect the unexpected, like you said.
Yes.
I know a lot of my friends, when I tell them, you know, I'm going into broadcast meteorology, they think I'm going to read from a prompter and get to know what to say, things like that. But we don't. We just kind of make it up off the top of our head. So it's really good practice.
Yes.
We're in an advanced weathercasting class right now, and this is kind of a challenge for our class. So it's going to be a fun show tonight.
Yes, I'm very excited, and like what you just said, that we really come up with the topic of what we're discussing on the spot. Like, we have no clue. That's exactly what we're going to be doing today, and I mean, we're all so excited for that. And I mean, I'm so excited for this. I'm also excited for the really nice weather we're going to be having.
Yes.
So I'm excited to talk about that.
Absolutely.
And now for our first person, we're going to send it off to Jordan, and she's going to talk about a surprise topic that none of us know about.
Good luck, Jordan.
So good luck, Jordan.
Thank you, guys. Okay, so it's looking like we're going to be just staying local right now. So we're looking at a live look at Doak Campbell Stadium. You can see blue skies, not even a cloud in the sky, and our temperature down at 72 and pretty windy. And while that's still pretty warm, that is a lot cooler than the temperatures we have been seeing for the past few weeks. So a bit of a cool off. And with that cool off, we're having beautiful clear conditions all throughout the area. After that storm moved through, the weather really cleared up and just left us with an absolutely gorgeous day outside. And if we look forward to tonight, we can see those temperatures dropping down to 51. So it is going to be chilly. I know I'm going to be out tonight, so I'm going to have to be opting for jeans after I was really enjoying my time being able to wear skirts for so long. But that 50 degrees is just carrying us all throughout most of the area. And just looking to that future, we're just not really going to be seeing much at all in terms of clouds. It's just beautiful out there. It's just the time to really get outside and enjoy all of this nice weather. A few clouds to our north, but in general, everything just staying super nice out there. And tomorrow it's going to be pretty similar, although not quite as cool as it was today. So our high is going to be 78 and sunny. So just another great day to get out there. I know today it was a little chilly in the mornings especially. I made the mistake of wearing shorts, so I learned my lesson there, but I'm glad to see it warming up a little bit tomorrow. And tomorrow's afternoon temperatures, it's just going to be around that 75 mark for the most part. But when you get a little bit closer to the coast, that's where it's going to be cooling down ever so slightly. So Apalachicola at 71 degrees, but just another great day in the works. And our rain chances, you can see that in general, they're pretty low. Friday, we move up to 20%, but throughout really the rest of the week, it's just this beautiful, beautiful weather. And again, we're gonna warm up and stay pretty warm and just keep enjoying those nice temperatures. But Sloan is gonna tell us a little bit more about Florida.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jordan, for that local look. But yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about Florida today. So really all across the entire state of Florida, we have some pretty mild temperatures in the 70s, definitely a lot cooler than what we've been seeing all across Florida the last couple of weeks. But if you take a look at some of our current temperatures around Florida, 72 in Tallahassee, a little bit warmer, 78 down in Miami, 80 in Key West, definitely quite a lot warmer than what we're sitting at here today if you are lucky enough to be in one of those areas in southern Florida. Looks like we do have some storms down in the southern part of Florida, so definitely watch out for that. Probably just some scattered showers though, so nothing to really worry about as you get into your Tuesday night. But if you do find yourself lucky enough to be in the city of Miami for the next couple of days, it's going to be very, very nice and warm temperatures sitting in the low 80s for most of the week and into the weekend as well. Lows are going to be very, very mild in the upper 60s. But if you take a look at Central Florida, really not a whole lot going on. So if you find yourself in Orlando, maybe at any of the theme parks, Universal, Disney, anything fun like that, it's going to be a beautiful next couple of days. Plenty of sun to go around. Definitely heating up into the mid 80s come Friday, cooling down just a little bit to 77 as we come into the weekend. But here in North Florida, kind of like Jordan touched on, we don't have a whole lot going on. We did have some severe weather come through yesterday, so we're kind of seeing a reprieve from that. But if you find yourself in Pensacola, again, kind of same story. Going to be plenty of sun in the upper 70s for a lot of us in Pensacola. Tonight, again, it's going to cool down a little bit more than what we've been seeing the past couple of days. That is because of a cold front that did move through our area yesterday. That's going to bring in some cooler and some drier air to all regions of Florida. So definitely cooler in the low 50s up in North Florida, a little bit warmer in the mid 60s down in the central and southern parts of Florida. But tomorrow, it's going to be a beautiful day really all across the state, nice and sunny, close to 80 degrees in a lot of places. But Cicely, let's see if you're talking about another city in Florida or maybe somewhere else.
Yeah, I'd love to know what I'm about to talk about, but I know we were mentioning Universal in Orlando and Disney, but today we're traveling to SeaWorld, so let's see what's going on in SeaWorld. It's 70 degrees right now, or tomorrow for Orlando, so if you're heading out, it's a really great day. I know those whales are awesome to watch. I've never personally been. I'm more of a Universal girl myself, but it seems to be pretty cool in the morning, so maybe layer up if you are a Floridian, but if you're traveling to SeaWorld, from the north, it should be really nice for you guys. And we're warming up all the way to 74, so really great day for those water rides personally, especially with that sun. And you can see Orlando's really not getting anything right now, so really great day to go to SeaWorld or any sort of theme park like Disney or Universal. And throughout our week, we are already warming up to 85. I know Sloan just mentioned that cold front coming through, but we're really seeing that warm up by Friday. So we're really only looking out for Wednesday being a little bit cooler and possibly Saturday as well. But we have plenty of sunshine to go around like Sloan was just saying. And a few fun facts about SeaWorld. Infinity Falls has the largest drop on a water raft ride. Personally, I would never go on that because I am really scared of heights, but if that is your type of ride, definitely go on that. Mako roller coaster is the tallest and fastest roller coaster in Orlando. Beats out Universal and Disney, so that would be awesome to go on. And SeaWorld actually sells reef-safe sunscreen. So really cool about SeaWorld. I did not know those fun facts. Sloan actually put those together for me. But I know we might be talking a little bit about the Southeast, David.
That's right. Thank you so much. So if we take a look here around some of our areas around the Southeast, temperatures are very mild. Tampa sitting at 73, along with Birmingham at 62, and a little bit colder, we're in Nashville, we're at 58, and New Orleans at 68 as well. So overall, from that cold front we saw, temperatures have dipped down a little bit from what we've been seeing from the last week, but overall, it's still pretty mild and pretty nice out. If we take a look at some of our current conditions, Tallahassee is a beautiful 72, as mentioned, and if we go a little more north, Nashville's 53, Atlanta is 64, and our friends down in Miami are 78 at the hot spot as well. So definitely some milder temperatures that we saw compared to yesterday with that storm that moved through. And if you can tell by our future radar and clouds, that storm is way off the coast now. We're just seeing some scattered storms maybe along the coast here in Florida, but overall, nothing too impactful for the southeast as a region. Now, if we take a look at our drought monitor, some areas are receiving more of a drought or drier conditions than others. I know our friends in Texas are definitely experiencing some drought, but overall for us in Tallahassee and majority of the southeast, we're not seeing too many harsh impacts with that. Now, if you find yourself in Nashville this weekend, I would recommend bringing some shorts. I mean, I'm a Floridian, but I can handle the cold to an extent. Obviously, Wednesday and Thursday might be a little difficult with those lows, but I'm seeing 63 and sunny on Saturday, which I would make that your best bet to go outdoors and get involved with stuff that goes on in Nashville. If we take a look here at New Orleans, definitely a little bit on the warmer side with Thursday and Friday dipping up into the 80s, but your lows are looking pretty nice for Wednesday and Thursday, so milder temperatures as we work our way into the weekend. But again, New Orleans might be a great place to be for this upcoming week and into the weekend. And if we take a look at our temperatures for tonight, Tallahassee will be a nice 50 degrees and mild, and Nashville will be 34, along with Miami at 68 at our hot spot. And again, for tomorrow, we'll probably see some of the same we saw today. Tallahassee getting up to 70, with a lot of other places in Florida reaching the 80-degree mark. So again, we're going to be seeing some insane, awesome sunshine, some great weather. But overall, we're going to pass it to Matt here, and he's going to tell us a little bit about his segment.
Yeah, the wheel of graphics spins and spins and spins, and we are out west, unfortunately, for those of you who are hoping for maybe a little bit more things closer to home. We're out west where a lot of hot temperatures, 91 degrees in Blythe, a little bit more coverage near Salt Lake City, but overall, we're seeing a lot more hot temperatures. Outlook overall, we're going to see some critical, maybe even some extreme fire weather just because of how much sun we're seeing. A lot of hot temperatures over here in Blythe. We had seen 91, so it's very hot outside. Something we saw back here this past week here in Florida as well. Drought monitor, look at this. Very harsh drought conditions, so that's not going to help that fire weather overall, as a lot of that brush might catch more fire because we haven't really seen as much rain in this area. Our satellite, you can see a couple of clouds overall, but not really going to help with that fire weather, as we're going to see clear skies, which will mean that a lot of sunshine, meaning maybe a couple of sparks here or there that could ignite some brush into some fires. 48 futurecast, still not a lot of clouds in the southwest, unfortunately, which means that the fire weather could just be a little bit more extreme this week if you are going to be outside. For Arizona, we're going to see the sunshine will continue here, 90 degrees overall, even 101. Wow, really hot out there. Something that maybe we see here in Florida in July, but overall, just that heat is just going to be really hot this week. So make sure you hydrate, don't dehydrate. But Vegas, that temperature still going to be hot as well. Maybe a little bit more clouds towards the end of the week and a little bit of a breeze to cool us back down into that 90-degree range. But Vegas staying hot, maybe not so much for those on those sports bettors last night, as Houston just really was sour for them overall. But temperature-wise, we're going to see we're still sitting in those hotter temperatures